Alrighty, we are here at 2638 Ontario Street in Pueblo. We are on the south side, close to Minnequa Lake. Front of the house faces west, the rear of the house faces east. Nice big corner lot. Some big trees. Not much of a yard. Really just a hodgepodge of a little bit of grass, some weeds. Looks like there might have been an irrigation system at one time. There's a 1-car garage here and then a 2-car garage where I am parked. This home does have a lot of space and could be a super cool property. It does have a FHA assumable on it. Gap is about $24,000. Here's the side of the house here. This one's currently listed for $185,000. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, no basement. It is 644 square feet up top. Here we are. It does have an electric furnace and it does have central AC. Roof was done in 2004 from the last permits that I saw. There was a fire at one time in the garage and they got a new electrical and fixed the garage in 2022. So I'm going to take you around here. Here's the front door. Right when you walk in, this is the living room space. Looks like they painted the hardwood floor in like a really dark stain. You can kind of see like they didn't go all the way to the baseboard with it. The hardwood floors do need some love in this house. The front window is vinyl and is pretty updated. This closet here is the furnace and also the hot water heater. The hot water heater is from 2010. Here is the bathroom. This house definitely needs a deep clean. I loved how pretty this door was, and it matches the front door with the blue too. There is electric baseboards too, kind of in some parts of the house. This is kind of the hardwood floor that I was saying needs a bit more love in the 2 bedrooms. So you can see where the finish is kind of worn down. Same as the last house, it needs to be refinished. The bedroom is not very big. I would say you could probably get, this is the smaller of the 2 bedrooms. But I would say that you could get a queen in here and then maybe a little dresser on this wall over here. Here's the closet space. A few things for FHA that might come up on this house is there's some broken tile here. And then one other area in the kitchen, which I'll point out. Sometimes I've seen previously FHA appraisers will call that out and say it's a tripping hazard. So they may need to do some sort of flooring fix on those. Here's the 2nd bedroom, much bigger. Comfortably still, I would say a queen, but you could fit a tall dresser here, a longer dresser here, a nightstand. You don't want to put things directly next to this electric baseboard just because it gets hot. Front window that faces west. And then you have your closet space. It looks like they came through and did new interior paint on this house. However, they did things kind of shoddy and just sprayed everything. This room is also missing a door, so that would need to be fixed. Rowan. Hang on, buddy. Oh. Okay. Then we're walking from the living room into the kitchen. We have ceramic tile. There's definitely room to put more cabinetry, which you would definitely need, because there is not very much room in here at all, in terms of cabinet space and such. Also, your refrigerator would go in that corner. So here you have your electric stove. There's no dishwasher. And then this is your washing machine that's sitting here. So that's what we got going on here. It does look into the backyard and the backside of your garage. There's lots of doors to this house. So this door goes outside, and I'll show you from the outside where it leads to. That's where that is. This is the other room that they may call out some tripping hazard stuff, missing grout. This one is completely shattered. That one's broken too. So there's a few broken ones. Your dryer is in the single car garage. So we're standing in the single car garage. There's the dryer. We have your electrical panel. It is a 200 amp. Oh man. Oh, there we go. There is a little bit of room left in there. We're back in this walk area. Here's the door to the front. That's kind of in the center. And then we'll go out back here. Here's your central AC unit. There is a small crawl space area. This is a soaking tub, hot tub thing, I think. I think he had a pond here maybe. Looks like there was maybe a pond at one point. Nice big patio space. And then you have your garage space. Also back here, looks like there was like a little fire pit at one point, if I had to guess. Kind of see like he was grilling over the fire there. This is the mini split condenser that goes into the garage. This guy must have spent quite a bit of time in this garage. Humongous garage. There's the mini split head that you can see. There's another 200 amp panel that's half full. Outlets throughout. There's a heater there. 2-car and then some. There's also a refrigerator in here. But yeah, this garage is definitely newer. I could not tell you which of the garages had the fire. If I had to guess, it would be the single car, the one that was attached to the house, not this one. But since they did the permit and the repairs, I'm not sure which one it actually was. Head back out. Then there's this little sunroom thingy. This would be a really cool spot for some plants, I think, if you ever wanted to do that. Jordy, if you ever got like a cat, the cat would probably eat this room up. It'd be like the coolest catio ever. There's chipping paint in here, so FHA is probably going to say something about that. It looks like it was like some sort of little awning that they just like built the other garage directly next to it and then enclosed the two sides. So kind of an interesting setup here. I have no idea why on that. There's an entrance to the south end and then also to the north end into your backyard. A little bit more about the area. So these little cookie cutter homes that you see kind of over here, there is an HOA over there, and then there's an HOA in the neighborhood back behind you. They're pretty minimal HOAs, but still an HOA. So, oh, bug, you're not helping me. Sorry. So there's going to be some, requirements there, but this is not in an HOA. So it can help your value, I guess. All right, going back inside. Back into the kitchen. So in terms of the house itself, there really is not much in this house. Like, it is very, very little. This was definitely a man's house in terms of how much garage space there was compared to the amount of living space in this house. Again, there is no refrigerator in here, so you would need that immediately. But this kitchen, I think you could do some things to it, but it needs some love. The whole house does. I feel like I think they have it overpriced a little bit. I think that really, realistically, because of the amount of work that still has to be done to this house, I would say probably closer to like $175. So that's kind of my thought process. The furnace, according to the last permits that I can find, was done in 2013. I don't know if I said that, but I wanted to make sure I didn't miss it. Oh boy. Locked ourselves in here. Okay, I'm going to show you the exterior one more time. So again, here's the neighborhood. Just across the way, that's where the HOA starts. Here's this cute little patio space with this like little half retaining wall. It's maybe like 2.5 foot tall. This is the exterior door that goes to that middle foyer-ish area, if you want to call it that. Your dryer is on the other side of this wall, so I'd be curious to know where that vented out at. He's got lots of little succulents in this planter box, and this goes all the way around. Here's your single car garage. There's that weird little catio sunroom thing with some turf. And then here is the 2-car garage. Looks like they might have painted the exterior semi-recently, this red color. But that's kind of what you have over there. So just over here, you can kind of see these houses. They are also an HOA. And then you have all these little houses. And those are all an HOA. So that is what I have for you. I think overall this could be a really good option. Like I said, it does still need a lot of work, I think, to be really functional for what you're needing. But other than that, it's a pretty cute house. And I think with the right person, a little bit of love and some money could be a cool thing. Let me know what you think and have a good rest of your day. See you. Bye. Bye.